In these bags, I have the most overlooked cut in all of barbecue. And that might be a little dramatic, but we certainly forget about this cut right here. What is this cut? Well, I won't draw it out. Guys, these are mohawks. This is a bag of mohawks. Let me pull this out and I'm gonna show you guys something. Now, over my many years of cooking brisket, I have done a very weird thing, and I collect mohawks. Oh, it's dripping. We're making a mess. Welcome to barbecue. Guys, on a serious note, I like to call this a pocket brisket or a baby brisket, but guys, I'm telling you, if you cook these the way that I'm about to show you, you will undoubtedly make some of the best barbecue that you've ever made. That's one of them. I'll show you this other large one just so you guys can understand just how much meat you're getting off of a mohawk. So here's another mohawk that needs to be trimmed, which I'll show you guys how I do it. And then here's another just gigantic piece of meat. I mean, this is beautiful, guys. This is a massive piece of meat, mostly consists of meat with some topical fat that we'll need to kind of trim through to make sure it's the way that we want it to be. But fam, welcome to the video. I mean, that's all I got for you as far as what these are. Pocket brisket, pit snack, whatever you want to call it. We'll treat these the same way we do brisket. Now, every mohawk is different, just like the brisket that it comes off of. No two briskets are the same. Likewise for the mohawk. So what I like to do is first just kind of do an exploratory process, which is to figure out how much fat is on these things. You know, some, like I said, are going to be different. It's the same idea though when it comes to trimming mohawks as it is brisket, which is you want to take anything that you don't think is going to render out. And so I'm just feeling this. It feels really waxy. And so I'm just taking it out like so. Don't worry about scalping anything, guys. It's all gonna come together at the end. You don't have to worry about being as pretty, you know, on this trim as you would a brisket. So from here, because this is a big boy, I'm just going to trim it and shape it into a brisket, literally. So I'm just going down and round like I always teach, and we're just gonna shape it up into a pocket brisket. All I'm doing is taking out some of this fat. Really, you just want to shape it like a football, like so. And I'm just doing that 360. That's it, fam. That looks freaking money. Check that out. So that's gonna cook up just right. We got our little football pocket brisket, nice little handheld pocket brisket. Let me do the rest of these and then I'll walk you through seasoning and we'll get them on the Traeger. All three of our little baby pocket briskets are trimmed, and we're just gonna give it the same treatment as I normally would with a normal brisket. So this is just warm water. This could be Worcestershire sauce. This could be mustard. This could be really anything, but I just want this surface to get tacked up. And I'm going 16 mesh ground black pepper. Shout out Fiesta as always. Huge fan of Fiesta. They don't sponsor anything. They don't know I'm making this video. It's just what I like. And we're going heavy on the pepper. Pepper is where a lot of that smoke adhesion comes from. It creates friction and gives the smoke an extra kind of rough tactile surface to attach itself to. And that's what we're looking for when we're making a brisket. Next, we're going brisket booster. This is my rub. You can buy it on Amazon, have it to your doorstep in a day or two. So we just got these on Amazon not too long ago, and I'm pretty proud of that. So I made this specifically for brisket. And if you want to try it out, give it a go. If not, you could use anything. Kosher salt, diamond crystal salt, Lowry's, table salt. You just want to get a salt. You want to get some sodium on these bad boys. And there's nothing too fancy about it. Just enough to add the color and the look that we're going for. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Nothing to it, guys. Let me bring one of these up in your grill so you can see what we're looking at. Pocket brisket, size of my hand, 16 mesh ground black pepper, a little bit of brisket booster to boot. And I'm not hitting the sides, as you can see. I just hit the top and the bottom. Hit the sides if you want, but we're making a video. We're just gonna get this sucker on. Now, before I walk through kind of my approach to cooking this, I just want to tell you guys, this is really special. Like, I know it's super easy to watch a video of a guy doing whatever with his barbecue stuff and not really appreciate the proteins that are being cooked. So this is a really special protein, guys. It's super unique. one, you just don't see it a lot. You don't see a lot of mohawks being cooked. I do know of a couple barbecue restaurants in Texas doing this. There's one specifically where I saw them do this years ago. That's where I got the idea. I wish I could remember the name of the restaurant, but shout out them. I saw them doing this, and it was an Instagram video they did where they kind of unrolled it out of the butcher paper and they grabbed it like you would just a piece of pulled pork. They grabbed into it, and it was just such a tender, beautiful looking piece of barbecue. I was like, I gotta do that. So anyways, guys, this is just, it's a fun and it's a special piece of the brisket that normally gets forgotten. So we're gonna get this on the Traeger. I'm gonna super smoke it for about an hour and a half, maybe, at about 215 degrees, super smoky, real low temperatures, and then I'll jump it to about 250 degrees for the rest of the cook cycle, but I'll bring you guys along the whole way. So I'm gonna get these on the Traeger here, which normally, guys, I would do some cinematic montage of me putting things on the Traeger, but you guys are family. You know old Frisbee's out here doing his best to try to get you some barbecue content. So I'm just gonna talk to you while I put these on, whether I'm in frame or not, whether I'm in focus or not, I'm keeping you guys along the whole way. So I just placed these on the very top rack, nothing crazy. Close her down, and then, like I said, I'm rolling 215 degrees super smoke. So let me get this rocking and rolling, and I'll see you guys back when these baby briskets start to take some color, some bark, and take some shape. See you guys in a little bit. Arch, also, these have been rolling for about 5.5-ish hours, and all I've been doing is spritzing them with equal parts apple cider vinegar and water, like so. And the purpose for the spritz for me is just to make sure that I'm not drying these things out. I've been cooking at about 250 degrees, which on a Traeger on this upper rack, it's a little warmer on this upper rack the way that a Traeger works. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm not burning these, but I did tempt them. Where's my thermometer? Here it is. I did tempt them earlier, and this is the largest one here, and it's temping about 188, 189, 190. So we pulled about 190 degrees in this larger one, and then here we're looking 199, 200, so that's feeling good. This one's feeling really good, so that's 209, so this guy's pretty much done. So here's the play, and the reason why I wanted to bring you guys back here is because all I've been doing, like I said, for the past 5-ish hours is just spritzing them, adding topical moisture if we need. Now, here's what's really important about finishing these bad boys off. The texture that I'm after with these baby briskets is I don't want them sliced tender, I want them pulled tender. So think chopped beef. Think like this guy over here. This is actually pork that I'm doing. I'm running a little test here, but this is pork. If I were to squeeze this, it would fall apart in my hand. I'm after that same pulled pork type texture on these baby briskets as well. So what that means for me is I need to take them past done, like north of 205. So this guy right here, we temped it. It's 205, 206. It's cooling off because we have the dome open. But even still, it feels probe tender. If this was a real brisket, I would deem this perfectly done. I want to go a little bit past that. So what I'm going to do, guys, and I'll just show you here, because we're in the backyard. You guys are hanging out with old Frisbee. I'll just show you. So I'm going to take this guy, and we'll Texas crutch it. So that's Texas crutched. We wrap this in foil. Now, that could be butcher paper if you wanted to. I'm going foil only because I'm trying to ride the line between like a really perfectly done brisket inching closer to pot roast. And I say pot roast not as a derogatory, which normally it is. On a brisket, if you cooked it and it felt and tastes like pot roast, you did something wrong. You typically get that from foil. But because we're so close to getting these tender the way I want, I'm throwing them in some foil. I know I need to be north of 205, likely 208 to 210. The only caveat is if you go much higher than the 208-ish, 210, you're gonna start drying this meat out. Now this is a super forgiving cut of meat. It's that mohawk, super fatty, tons of intermuscular fat, very, very tender piece of meat inherently. So we don't need to overdo it. The purpose of the foil is just to allow it to steam itself out a little bit, rehydrate that bark that we set, and then there's a certain tenderness, there's a certain grain structure that happens if you cook something in foil, unlike butcher paper. That's what I'm after. I'll show you guys when I chop it up and eat it, but that's it. Let me close this down. I really should pull this pork guy out. I could eat this right. I should just take a bite for the camera. I won't. It's piping hot. I'm gonna eat it off camera, pit snack. I'll see you guys when these bad boys are done. And guys, oh, from the bottom of my heart, to the people that are like, I don't subscribe to YouTube channels. I used to be that guy. I hate that I'm talking with this, whatever. I used to be that guy that's like, I don't subscribe, until I started a channel and I realized you guys have no idea the amount of momentum that a small time barbecue guy like me can gain on YouTube if you were to just throw a subscription, just hit the button. You won't be bombarded. I don't post a bunch of shorts. I don't do any of that crap. I just post helpful content. So if you could do me a favor, please, I don't normally ask for subscriptions, but I am today because your boy Frisbee, I've been busting my butt trying to grow this channel. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you back when those baby briskets are done. Hello, my little pocket brisket, my little scrumptious morsel. Yeah, guys, it's done and it is tender and it's ready to eat. There's not much else to say here, fam. This rolled for like a little over 5 hours. Ran it pretty much 250 to 260 degrees the whole time. Spritz with the apple cider vinegar. And now it's time to reap the rewards of all your hard labor if you do this. I like to chop it, so I'm gonna chop it. Wow, that smells unbelievable. Guys, I'm a fan of the chop because you just get to work in that bark, the exterior, all that rendered fat. Like this stuff right here, it gets worked in, gets chopped up. You get a little bite of that. At this point in time, you could hit it. Matter of fact, I'll just hit it live for you guys. So this is barbecue sauce. Hit it with a little bit of my little homemade barbecue sauce, and I'm gonna just fold this back over. At this point in time, you could hit it with a little extra seasoning. Do you? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ravenously open this bag because my hands are too greasy to finesse it. Bun. Could you toast the bun? Absolutely. Could you put butter on it and then toast it? Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely not. Because it looks too good. Guys, bon appetit. You got your little brisket sandwich. Oh, it's freaking magnificent. Guys, this right here, arguably one of my favorite ways to eat brisket. It's unfortunate you gotta buy a whole packer to get this little morsel, but this little medallion, this morsel, this meat molasses, yeah, it's a delicacy. Treat it like such. Do it, enjoy it. Love you guys. Hey, as always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of old Meet and Greet. Big Frizz, Meet and Greet. Over and out.